It's time, boys.
I am Mightykeef.
And here it is, the final video that I will release in 2018. Man, this year has been one hell of a ride. All cliche intros aside, this year has been a bit of a fairy tale for me. When I was young, I got into acting. Kinda just always wanted to be like my hero, Will Smith. He was my hero at the time. I never did anything too big though. A commercial here and there, a background extra in a movie or two. Nothing like crazy, but I enjoyed it. I was born in New York, like most of my family, so big lights and the yearn to be a movie star was not unheard of from where we're from. But I moved to North Carolina when I was really young, even though the New York culture was still in my household thanks to my mom and grandma. North Carolina is much more of a slower state and does not cater to big dreams like entertainment and things of that nature, so naturally over time I acclimated to, well, the North Carolina lifestyle. Followed the flowchart of going to school, graduate, go to college, graduate, find a desk job, get married, have children, and yeah, I mean, that's your life. And that isn't a bad thing, it's just not for everyone. But there I was, 26 years old, a financial advisor, sitting in a cubicle, living quote unquote my best life. But the strange thing was, it never really felt like my best life. I looked at my coworkers and they would always be happy, they're smiling, cracking jokes. And I'm just sitting there looking miserable. And I'm wondering to myself, why? Why am I, like, is this depression? Is this what I'm going through? And I just haven't really realized it. I mean, I was making decent money. I had, financial stability. So why am I feeling like this? What was making my life look so black and white? Because that's pretty much how it felt. It felt like I was looking through my life in black and white. Where was the color? And it was kind of always in the back of my head, but I never really just accepted it until one day I just said to myself, the only time I'm really happy outside of spending time with family was making YouTube videos. Mind you, at the time I had like 30,000 subscribers, so quitting my job to be a YouTuber was not feasible because I still had bills. No wife or kids. I had a girlfriend at the time, but I had my own bills to worry about. I still had my own bills that YouTube with 30,000 subscribers I couldn't afford anything with the money at that time, so I couldn't leave my job or anything like that. One night I legitimately woke up in a cold sweat, looking left to right. I remember my chest pounding. I remember the room feeling like it was getting smaller. I was just hyperventilating. I didn't know what was going on. I, instinctively thought I was having a heart attack. I was like, oh shit. I mean, heart attack's not really like very popular in my family, but I guess it could happen to anybody if you think about it, under the wrong circumstances or right circumstances, for it to happen. So I ran into the bathroom that night, threw some water on my face, kind of tried to ground me, back to reality. And that's when I realized I was not having a heart attack. I was having a panic attack. I was 27 actually at the time now, realizing that I had been doing what I was told to do rather than what I've wanted to do for my entire life. And there I am, suffering from a panic attack at 2:40 a.m. Mind you, I had to get up from my job that I hated at 6 a.m., which was just a few hours from then. So that in the back of my mind just made the panic attack even worse. But what's crazy is I am incredibly happy that day happened. That was probably the best thing that could have happened to me in my entire life, was feeling that panic attack. The very next day, I told myself, I don't care how hard I have to work. I don't care how stressed out I am for everything else. I want to be a content creator. Not a YouTuber, a content creator. And the reason why I stress that is because I don't want to be a YouTuber. Because if YouTube dies, that means I would die as well. I want to be a content creator. Because YouTube is the most dominant platform for content creation, I am indirectly also wanting to be a good YouTuber. If there was something else that came in front of YouTube's place, I would still want to go into that because I want to create content. I want to go on Twitch. I want to do a lot of stuff. All right. And not just, social media content. I'm talking about I want to be one day in like more commercials or movies or do voice acting. I want to do what I have been wanting to do since I was young, before I was told that I shouldn't do it or that, it's not the optimal way to go. And so I resided to that notion of just saying, screw it. I'm going to do this. I don't care how hard it's going to be. So Uh, here comes the ride. I would wake up at 4 a.m., write a script, then leave for work at 6 a.m., come home at 6 p.m. I'm sorry, leave for work at 6 a.m., then come home at 6 p.m. because 5 o'clock traffic sucks, because I would get out at 5, but you really wouldn't get home until 6. You know, I'd rest, take a shower, eat, and then at 7 p.m., I would make a skit or, you know, any video that I wrote a script for in the morning, then edit it that night and release it the following day. So I would do that for an entire year and a half, basically waking up at 4 in the morning and going to bed at midnight. I guess working 2 jobs because, you know, YouTube was kind of a job as well. And sadly, you know, I got the Rocky music theme playing in the back of my head. Like, yeah, if I work this hard, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to do good. I'm going to do this. But sadly, even with all that work, I still did not get to the point that I wanted to be in the time that I wanted to be. So I believe by the end of 2017, I had about 50,000 subscribers, which was great. You know, I gained, I want to say 20,000. Maybe I had less than 30,000 earlier. Maybe it was like 28, 25. But I gained about, I want to say, 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year, which was cool because like in the first 2 years of me doing YouTube, I only had like, I think 20,000, if that, subscribers. So to gain 25,000 near the end half of 2017, I was very happy. And I told myself, okay, next year I want to have 100,000 subscribers. It's going to be damn near impossible because I've been getting like 800 subscribers a month, you know, up until that day. But this time last year, I knocked on the door of 50,000 subscribers. Just wanted so bad to get that plaque. You know, this is back when, you know, before they even got the new plaques, but, you know, have that play button. Just look at it, just say, hey, you know, just to have an award for my hard work. I just wanted something that I could just physically hold, you know, and that kind of helped me, that kind of gave me the drive to continue to the 100,000. I wasn't even thinking about 1 million or 200, 300, 400, 500,000. I'm thinking about just 100,000. And I said, it's going to be damn near impossible to get 100,000, you know, 50,000 more subscribers in 1 year, seeing as I've only been getting 800 subs per month, but I've got to find some way to do it. I throw myself, it's probably a bad habit, but I throw myself into depression a lot because I set my goals really high. And sometimes I will purposely set my goals so high to the point where it may not be physically possible, just because when I was young, everyone always told me, like my mother, and what I mean, like, you know, you'd see it on like Disney shows and even Dragon Ball Z. I mean, I was just conditioned as a kid where if you shoot for the moon, you may fail, but you'll land in the stars. You know, that type of kind of mentality where it's like you want to go so high, but a lot of times that would throw me into a depression because I would constantly never hit my goal because they would be so unattainable. But they'd be unattainable on purpose because, like I said, even if you shoot so high up past everything, you're not going to make it, but you're going to be a lot higher than you were previously. So it would be progression that I would get anyways. And to, like, I guess a sane person, they'd be like, hey, you did one hell of a good job. Why are you upset? And it's because I try my best to go even further beyond, as my boy Goku would say. But 2018 rolls around. I'm sitting at 50K subscribers still, maybe like 51K by the time February hits. And EVO lineup comes out. And Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is not on the EVO lineup of 2018. And that's crazy. If you're in the fighting game community, which probably most of you are who are on my channel, Marvel vs. Capcom, a game, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom game is always at EVO. Like, it's one of the biggest, it's usually one of the biggest games at EVO. So to not be there is a huge deal because we don't know what the future is going to look like for that series, and that's like a staple. So it was a huge deal. And of course, I expressed how I felt about it in what I'm used to, skit form. And my lord, I had no idea that day would change my life forever. I made the skit, And the next day, I'm getting flooded with DMs, with people talking about it. My own damn coworkers were talking about it. At this point, I had left my financial advisory role to work for a company called Ubisoft. And I was amongst gamers, you know, a little bit better. Well, a lot better, to be honest. I was amongst my people. I wasn't in a suit every day. I didn't have to, you know, work in a cubicle and not talk to anybody except angry workers. I still had to talk with angry customers, but it was amongst friends. It was amongst people who were like me. So that was cool. But Lord have mercy. I mean, this thing, I'm refreshing the page like every second on my YouTube channel. It's going up by like 500 subscribers a damn hour or less. And I'm like, this isn't possible. This isn't happening to me. I'm not even ashamed to say that I would mildly like slap myself in the face occasionally while nobody's looking, just to know for a fact I'm not dreaming. It was that serious. I'm getting my phone blown up. People are talking about it, and my friends are telling me that, you know, people are sharing my videos who have no idea who I am. Like, my friends of friends of friends are finding people sharing my videos on their Facebook, and they have no idea who I was. And that's a huge deal for me, because, I mean, like I said, I was just some dude in a financial advisory role from Raleigh, North Carolina. Like, no big state like California, Texas, Florida, New York, even though I was born in New York, but like just good old quiet ass North Carolina. And to hear that these people were legitimately dying of laughter from something I created, I was like, I felt on top of the world. After February ended, I ended February with plus 22K subs. That's right, I went from 50K subs to 72K subs within that 1 month. In that 1 month, I had gained more subs in the first 2 years of me being on YouTube. In that 1 month, and I said, I can do this. I can hit 100K this year. I can't believe this. I was at a loss for words, in all honesty. Didn't stop there. With Dragon Ball FighterZ being so fun, I naturally made videos about that, and my Smash family grew to be a Smash/Dragon Ball FighterZ family pretty quickly. I went into the summer of this year around 80,000 subs. Honestly elated again that I'm about to hit a goal that I figured was unrealistic. This was me shooting for the moon, and instead of landing on the stars, I'm landing on the damn moon. I'm Armstrong. I'm the Black Armstrong in this story. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm actually about to touch the moon. Not the stars, but the moon. The support I got from fans when I went to tournaments, and the comments I would get under my Instagram and my Twitter, and you know, any other social medias were just insane. I'm talking about people from Germany, Israel, Mexico, Korea, Australia, the UK, like all around the world. Places I've never been outside of the US. I have never been outside of USA. Sadly, I just never really had the money to travel like that. And I had people in foreign countries who I've never met talking about how much they enjoyed my work. And that feeling was incredible. It was at that moment, the black and white that my life had been so used to was gaining color each day. In August, the day before my mother's birthday, the actual like little day right before my mother's birthday, I hit 100K subscribers. And she was so happy. She was like, this is a birthday present, because my mother's been like my biggest supporter, in all honesty. I mean, she doesn't know anything about video games. She couldn't see the vision, but she could see that I saw the vision. And so that's all she needed to support me. I love her so much for that. But yeah, you know, I hit 100K for that. I hit 100K right there in August, and I legit ran through my neighborhood once I hit it. Because, and mind you, I'm the only black guy here surrounded by like a million old white people. So needless to say, they were terrified seeing me run around the streets. I'm just kidding. I think. I have no idea. The cops weren't called, so, you know, we take those, we out. Anyways, after the goal was reached, I immediately planned a route to like the big 1 million. I was happy, but I didn't want to stop at 100K. So, once you reach something, you know, that you thought was unattainable, you feel like, well, damn, once you finally touch the moon, you're like, what? I mean, if I touch the moon, I can go to Mars. Or wait a second, where the third Mars is behind the moon. No, Mars is before the moon, right? Oh no. My astrology is pretty trash. I do know, however, Jupiter is farther after the moon. So I'm going to say Jupiter. So once you hit the moon, it's like, maybe I can travel to Jupiter. I've already done something that's unattainable. Let me go to something that is also unattainable, I guess. Or maybe there is nothing that's unattainable. Maybe that's the moral of the story. I needed something to kind of tell me that there was more to life than what I'm used to. Speaking of something I'm not used to, I was in a rap video this year.
You keep up on the cypher now, boy, that's just crazy. Flow got you drooling, wear a bib like Bowser baby. Came up in to take away your stocks with all my homies, and more keep popping up. I call them assist trophies. A fire flower couldn't bring that heat like me. And for $5.99, you can be like me. Broken at every tourney, it don't get no better. While you sweating like every player that picks Bayonetta.
My boy Shofu, shoutouts to him, came out with the Ultimate Smash Cypher and asked that I be on it. So I went to Cali for a week and recorded with him. Oh, and I forgot. Big thing, even before all that, in September, so right after I hit 100,000 subscribers, in September, Spider-Man drops, right, for PS4. Godlike game, by the way. If you have not played that, please play that. That is the best Spider-Man game that has come out since ever. Anyways, that came out. So I make Smash content and Dragon Ball Fighters content, fighting game content. So I made a skit for it just because I loved, like I said, I did this because I had fun. I do YouTube, I do content creation because I had fun. And people who also relate to it or enjoy it have fun with me. So I just made it, even though it's not a fighting game at all. I just made a skit for it. And that blew up, even more than my Evo video. It's currently my highest viewed video on the channel and has nothing to do with Smash or Dragon Ball Fighters or anything, which is also insane. I think it's closing in on 1 million right now, and it would be my first video that I've ever reached to have 1 million views on it. I think it's like at 840,000 or something like that. I don't know, but it's still growing. It's honestly still growing, like, to this day, which is insane. And that gave me a lot more subscribers as well. But yeah, back to the Cypher. The Cypher was really fun. Being in Cali was awesome. This entire year was awesome, to be completely honest. 2018 taught me to look outside the box. It taught me to not settle for something because it is safe. Make wise decisions about your situation, but don't settle on the situation if you want more, and that's why when I had 30, 40, 50,000 subscribers, clearly I knew I couldn't leave to pursue it. At the time, I couldn't leave my job or anything to pursue it at the time because I had bills, I had, grown man responsibilities. But at the same time, I knew eventually I wanted to leave a job or pursue this. Guys, this is amazing. You have no idea how happy I am to be at the end of 2018. Not only did I reach my goal, but we're coming in on 200,000 probably in the next 2 months. And that is ridiculous. I have, I think, 161,000 subscribers while making this video. And to believe that 365 days ago, I had 49,890 subscribers. This year I have gained over 120,000 subscribers, and that is ridiculous. I never in my life would have thought that would happen. 2018 has truly been the happiest year of my 20s because I stopped doing, I finally was able to be Keith again, or Keith, I guess. Because instead of being a robot or instead of doing what I was told to do, I did what I wanted to do. In the confounds of the law, of course. And I was able to actually just express myself on a platform where so many people related to it. I wanted to let you guys know that it doesn't stop here. My goal for next year is 300,000. If I reach that, I'll be happy. If I don't reach that, I won't be happy? Damn, I don't know. What was the point of me saying that? I'm gonna reach it. I don't care. I'm gonna work hard and I'm gonna reach it. If I go past it, I'll be happy, but it won't even stop there. 1 million, 5 million, 10 million. All I want to do is just be the best content creator I can. The Keef crew is not just me and my boys, it's all of you. We are the crew. You know, my boys, you know, they still help me from time to time with videos, but like YouTube wasn't their aspiration. They just wanted to help me out. They have their own stuff, you know, and they're busy, you know, so that's kind of why they haven't been in my videos lately. But we still make stuff. We still talk to each other all the time. But I want to be the best content creator that I can be, and I want you guys to be there with me. I want y'all to be on that journey. So thank you so much, Keef Crew, and thank you 2018 for helping me have the best year of my life so far. 2019 will be the first year that my main job will be YouTube and / Twitch. No, I'm trying to stream more too. So I have a lot of time to focus on content, and I promise I will give you the best content that I can. I'll see y'all next year, as cliche as that sounds. Boy, that's just crazy. I'm out.
Boy, that's just crazy.